Join me as we turn this rundown 1950s property in Palm Springs into this spectacular oasis. Now, I've been wanting to renovate a property in Palm Springs for a while, and when it came time to actually go out and start looking, we found the perfect place in a week. Of course, I set some positive anchors in my home a few months beforehand using the SENSE+VISION Method. So when I went out to look and this house came up, we just said yes. For the Palm Springs project, I was looking for a good location and an amazing view of the mountains without power lines. Even though the house was a bit of a disaster, I saw its potential. I knew we could make it work. When I went inside the house for the first time, the vibe was really heavy and dark. The kitchen was at the back of the house with this crazy old oven, and some rooms were actually pretty scary. Now, I knew this was going to be a lot of work, but I could see the potential and what this place could be. Our plan was to extend the house across the back of the property and take advantage of the view. We created the plans, worked out what we wanted to build, and then finally got it approved through the city. Unfortunately, we had to take down about 6 huge palm trees to make room for the extension. Coming back inside, bit of a war zone here at the moment because we're just about to finish the demo. This whole wall is coming out here, this whole section is coming out. So all this whole wall will come out, this whole wall here will come out. This will be transformed into 2 bedrooms, 2 king-size suites in here. This is all gone, as I mentioned, so this whole section becomes the living room and media room. Entrances over there on the side. Obviously a whole stack of crap to be rid of at this point, but you can start to get a perspective of how it's going to look. And these doors will obviously be clear, looking out to the perspective. Looking good, coming together, and obviously raising the roof as well on this side, and just trying to work out how we're going to extend these beams and how best to make it all seem like it's always been this way. We demolished the interior and opened up the space and removed most of the walls and the existing fireplace, even though I had a plan to design one that will become the main feature for the living room. At this stage, it's a combination of excitement for the vision of where you want this to go and the overwhelming, daunting weight of taking on a project like this. I make sure to keep a clear vision of where it's going in my head and have a daily practice where I actually see the house complete and looking incredible. Now that the land was cleared, we could see what we were dealing with. It was a large flat area that looked at an ugly wall on one side. I also didn't like the way the property was seen from the street. I decided to push out the front wall, add more space to the backyard, and change the entry of the property to come through the 2 tall palm trees and turn the garage into a carport. Changing the entry layout from the street made a huge difference and would allow me to add a communal fire pit area in the backyard that would encourage guests to experience the property from all different perspectives. Now, after removing the huge palm trees, I decided to bring in 4 65-year-old specimen olive trees to make it feel like they've been there for years. Now, it's incredible to think that a tree that old has a relatively small root area. I put them in early to give them a chance to recover from being transplanted. Unfortunately, the truck delivering them broke down and they had to sit on the road for 3 days. They struggled for about 6 months and I really thought we were about to lose them, but they survived. Just amazing. The pool was in pretty bad shape and I wanted to add a jacuzzi, so we had to demo it. Just when you think the site couldn't look any worse. Very early on, I wanted to hedge the property with established ficus and really create a private oasis. As I do on all my projects with a hedge, I first paint the walls a really dark green, like a Farrow & studio green, so you can't see through the hedge as it grows. I recommend bringing in a good 8 to 10 foot tall hedge to have instant impact where possible. For areas like behind the house, I went for 6 foot ficus to save a bit of money. And we had to build a new block wall fence at the front of the property, which had to be done before the ficus went in. Okay, it's a hot day out here in Palm Springs. Just to give you an update, this is where the extension will be going. We've had all the cement ripped up all around here. We had about 1,000 square feet taken up. And as you can see, there's a faint line here. And this is where the extension is going to go out from the house. It's going to be 850 square feet. And you can see that it's going to be starting from here. I've tagged the wall and it's going to be coming out right here, all the way out to within 10 feet of the end. And it's going to line up with this pool here and about 16 feet of glass right here. And then as you come outside, you get this beautiful perspective from the pool out, really taking full advantage of that amazing view. Now, if you're enjoying this ride and want to see more videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. We'd really appreciate it.